happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. Now you guys can probably already tell that it is going down. Just by that title alone, you guys are definitely gonna want to see this one. This seems like matters just keep getting worse. Maybe even witnessing that Trump curse coming for the activist judge, Mr. Boasberg. Guys, it's that same judge that's been trying to get in the way of and stop the deportation of these illegal gang members. We now have Trump's lawyer coming out stating that he could potentially be facing impeachment, maybe even criminal prosecution behind his actions. Guys, I'm excited to get into this one, so we're not straight into it. Just make sure you guys please hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's get straight into it, folks. Check this one out.
Seems like a military operation to remove a terrorist to protect the homeland, which is the charge directly given to the president when he's sworn into office, but also written right there in the Constitution as the commander-in-chief. Like, at what point do you not have injunctions against troop movements on the battlefield, Mike?
You don't. And the fact that this Boasberg, who's a smart judge, the fact that he went in on a Saturday and moonlighted as the commander-in-chief and put American and allies' lives in grave danger by just talking about the fact that this was an ongoing operation. He knew it was ongoing because he ordered the president to turn around the damn planes carrying the terrorist. What Boasberg did here was such horrifying judgment. It put American lives and our allied lives in grave danger. We're not dealing with Boasberg's illegal maids in his house, in his mansion, right? We are dealing with Tren de Aragua. We are dealing with MS-13. These are the most vicious, dangerous terrorists on the planet. And Judge Boasberg, Bozo the Clown, thinks he can come in and tell the planes to turn around and everything's going to be okay because his buddies at the ACLU are worried that Tren de Aragua terrorists aren't going to be able to rape and murder and kidnap and torture Americans. Apparently that's a bad thing. Look, I would say this to Judge Boasberg and all these other DC judges. It's amazing to me that you persecuted American citizens for 4 years. 4 years you persecuted them, and yes, persecuted them under the Supreme Court's Fisher ruling for trespassing and taking selfies in the Capitol. Yet, and you did nothing, you persecuted them. Yet you have these foreign terrorists who are kidnapping, robbing, raping, and murdering Americans. And you want to go into work on a Saturday and order the president to turn planes around to bring them home. You guys are out of your effing minds.
Absolutely. Bozo the Clown is very fitting. Oh my goodness. I feel like Mike Davis always has the best nicknames for these corrupt individuals. I don't know where this judge thinks he has the power or the authority to take and go in on a Saturday to tell Donald Trump that he can't clean up these streets, deporting these illegal known gang members. I mean, come on, they're here illegally. They're known gang members, essentially terrorists. We need to send them back.
Such a great point, Mike. Is they actually view the January 6th political prisoners
as a graver danger.
99.9% of them are patriots who just love this country, who actually thought that they read their First Amendment and was like, wait, redress my government grievances. Well, I mean, the Capitol building actually belongs to the people, right? So I'm going to go redress my government grievances, use my free speech. It's like, it's remarkable. They're putting terrorists ahead of and protecting and coddling terrorists before J6ers. It is a remarkable show of cards. If you're looking at like how they actually view the country.
Yeah, it's 100% lawless. Biden and Boasberg apparently want to put Tren de Aragua and MS-13 designated foreign terrorists in 4-star hotels, right? And put Trump grandmas in the DC gulag. This is unacceptable. And this is why the Article 3 project not only is calling for Boasberg's impeachment and removal from office. Right now, it's on our website to light up both of your senators in your rep in the House of Representatives. I am also working with Senate leadership staff to draft legislation to bring dramatic, much needed reforms to our federal judiciary, including the DC District Court. If they have all this time to persecute Americans for 4 years for January 6th, All those people are pardoned now. It sounds like they're pretty bored, and they're bored enough where they think they can moonlight as the commander-in-chief and order the president to return planes. And so it sounds.
And that's not how this goes, guys. You just heard Mike Davis. He said the Article 3 project is pushing that petition, trying to get impeachment started up for this activist judge. Make sure you go check that one out, the Article 3 project.
They think they can moonlight as the commander-in-chief and order the president to return planes. And so it sounds like we need to start making dramatic changes to the D.C. District Court because they're bored and they're dangerous.
Yeah. It's a Babylon Bee headline, like judge appoints himself president of the United States. And it's shocking, like many Babylon Bee headlines, shockingly accurate.
And what we need to do is, if we can't get, because we need, I think, 2/3 of Congress in order to get this guy actually to give him the boot, impeach him. So if we can't do that, we should just defund their districts in the meanwhile. And until they get on board and they align with executive order, the executive mission coming from Donald Trump. I mean, he was voted in. This is exactly what we voted him in to do. I don't understand why this judge thinks he has the authority or the power to get in the way of that.
And it's shocking, like many Babylon Bee headlines, shockingly accurate. At least Boasberg probably signed his own order. I don't think Joe Biden did. Donald Trump making a lot of news this morning about the Autopen scandal. We've had legal experts on the show, Mike, saying if you're non-compos matus, you don't get to say that this is a official document. This is why power of attorney exists. You have to prove these things. There's signature forging happening all the time. There's a body of law on this. What territory are we heading into here? Do you think that these pardons are real or will stand up to any type of judicial scrutiny?
So let me just say this. Pardons are very broad. The president has very broad pardon power, and I don't think it's reviewable unless that he didn't pardon them, right? And so politicians use Autopens all the time. Former presidents use the Autopen. President Trump has used the Autopen. Here's the issue. The issue is not the use of the Autopen. It's whether they were carrying out the president's will with the Autopen. Did the president authorize the person who signed the pardon with the Autopen to sign the pardon? If the president authorized someone to use the Autopen to sign the pardon, it's not a huge deal. The issue is if the president did not authorize the signature, if they are not carrying out the president's will. If it's the latter, if they are signing behind the president's back against his will, that is those are very serious crimes. You're talking.
Yeah, but that's going to be a little bit tough to prove, especially now that Joe's out of office. I feel like old Joe, he'll cover for it. He has no chance of getting back in office. He'll cover and he'll go with a narrative in order to keep these folks out of trouble. But we're seeing that the Autopen thing may just got tossed away is what I'm thinking in my head, which is pretty sad to see because we all know old Joe, if he wasn't fit to stand trial, he was under criminal investigation, and then they dropped it all saying this guy was unfit to stand trial. I mean, how could he be fit to be giving out these blanket widespread pardons? I mean, make it make sense.
Forgery, obstruction of justice, conspiracy, many very serious federal crimes if you are signing things on behalf of the president behind his back without his knowledge against his will.
So do you think that Hunter Biden signed his own pardon?
Imagine.
Do I think Hunter Biden signed his own pardon? Maybe. I would say this until we figure out this whole pardon scandal. I would say to the House of Representatives, I would say to the Senate, Hunter Biden is pardoned, right? So he can't claim his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination because he's pardoned. So drag his ass in and make him testify to the biggest scandal in American history, which is the Bidens took over $23 million from our worst enemies. It seems like every Biden was on China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Ukraine's payroll. What services did the Bidens provide for $23+ million? And what did our worst enemies get for $23 million from the Bidens?
Yo, there we have it, guys. That one came from our friend Benny Johnson. I'll definitely be sure to leave that original video link down in the description box below. Those who want to go over there and check that entire thing out, also for you guys to go over there and show our friend Benny Johnson tons of love and support because he's such a great guy. Oh my goodness, guys. It sounds like this activist judge, Mr. James Bozo, it's what Mike Davis has called him, has opened up a brand new can of worms trying to get in the way of or stop the will of the president. I don't know who he thought he was on that Saturday morning, but he was not him. And it looks like Trump's lawyers are going to fight until we get justice on this one, because this is what the nation wanted. We spoke up, we voted this guy Donald Trump in, and nearly a mandate, saying that we wanted him to turn this ship around. What Joe Biden has done is really turned us and putting us in a bad position. We're going straight towards the dumps. I don't understand why this judge thinks he has the power, and it looks like Donald Trump and them are going to show him that he doesn't have it. I'm excited to see what's going to happen here, because I've also been seeing little things floating around on the internet saying this judge is not a U.S. citizen. He's like from Canada, has still like inner workings, or he's still in progress working on his visa. I'm not sure how he's even serving as a district judge, but that's for another video, guys. I'll definitely cover more of that if I can find more deets on it, but definitely hop in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts. There's a lot going on there with this judge trying to stop the deportation of these illegal gang members. Hop in the comments section. Let me know what you're thinking. Also, please make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. If you'd enjoy more content like this, I'll catch you guys on the next one. We got